Hi Gemini, welcome to your The Harsh Truth reading. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. Thank you for coming by. I have a new deck. This is the Anna K Tarot deck. I have not incorporated reversals yet. I'm still keeping it just upright. The clarifying deck will have reversals though. All right, Gemini, Harsh Truth. Queen of Pentacles, you are worrying. Goodness, I can't talk tonight. You're worrying about you and your own. And she's got, some of you might be expecting, she's got hand on the tummy right there, suggesting that we are abundant and creative and fertile. This is almost like the Empress Light. So a lot of times this shows up when someone's very happily single, or they'd rather be single because of the shenanigans that went on in a relationship. Either way, you are worrying about your own. You're able to take care of it. You're able to handle your life and sustain it and take care of those that depend on you, and you enjoy doing so. Three of Pentacles. These look like pumpkins to me. Three of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Whew. Okay, we could be dealing with an earth sign here. 7 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 6 of Cups. So we got Pentacles, we got Cups. Wow, okay. And you're Gemini, you're air. Interesting. All right. Okay, so I think you want to believe that you are working with someone on, something. And what you don't want to be true, though, is you don't want an end. Okay, this is about attaining everything, and then that's it. There's nothing more to achieve, right? This is about still being able to work towards that goal that you want. Okay, so I don't think you're ready to settle down yet. I don't think you're ready to be complacent yet. I don't think you're ready to be... it's not that you're not ready to be committed. I just don't think you want marriage or that level of commitment yet. So both these cards are about work. Okay. Now we've got you feeling content at your station in life and liking where you're at, Gemini. Okay. This is about work. This is about fulfillment and satiety, being sated, being satisfied, which could end up leading to complacency because we're at the here. That's the end of the cycle. So it could be that now we go back into the, you know what I mean? Like we kind of rest on our laurels and we coast. Okay. You don't want that. You're not ready for that. You would like to think that the two of you were working together or are working together. This to me right here speaks to, so this is teamwork. This is solo. However, I think this speaks to you wanting to be by yourself though, because, and I know I just said like working together, typically this is, you've got teamwork, you've got people involved, this and that. This is all by yourself. And this one is the one that's teamwork. But is it really? Because look, we've got someone that's kind of instructing and someone that's learning and asking, and the other one's like, well, no, you didn't do it right. So I think the reality is that, I know this is Three of Pentacles, but this speaks to you would rather create or do on your own right now, because being with someone, they're just assuming way too much leadership. It's kind of like you'd rather be by yourself because then you'd be the one in charge and you'd be the one dictating what you do. Whereas you might feel like that's what's going on in the relationship or was going on in the relationship, because this is you thinking about being single or being happy that you're single. This could be man or woman. And it's probably because someone was just way too, dare I say, controlling in the relationship. Okay. You want your choices open back up. You want to either be heard. If you're considering reuniting with this person, you want to be heard. You want to be valued. You want your opinions and your choices and what you want in the relationship to be considered. If you're not considering reunion with this person, you're wanting to have lots of options, and you're quite content with how much you can choose from at this point, because it's only about you, right? You don't again, with the resting on your laurels, you do not want to be where it's just, it's not that This is about being satisfied with the situation, right? This isn't overarching. This isn't like the star. It's a wish card. You got your wish, but this is just situational. It's just temporary. So to say that you don't want that, why? Is it that you just don't want, there's, okay, something's percolating, but I can't land on it. Hold on here. It's almost like you don't need this. Like you're just very content. You don't need, is it that you don't need a wish? What is it that you don't need? What's this? It was like a whole brick of cards right there. You want options, but you don't want, this does have reversals in it, just saying. Okay. Interesting. Again, with the not wanting to be satisfied. If it's because you're working towards something, you don't want to get lazy, okay. But damn. So this is it that you just don't want to be in another relationship? Because the sixes are soulmates, right? That has that soulmate, past life, karmic energies, that sort of thing. Is it that you don't want, what you don't want is, this is situational, so is it basically a one-night stand? You don't want that? You're not interested in that? Good God. Maybe that's what it is. You know, you are perfectly fine taking care of business by yourself, tending to your own matters. You know, you're able to handle your lifestyle, all those things. You don't need some woman, some man. Right now, it's just all about you, because this right here was stifling. This is boring to you, probably. You're just like, yeah, okay, because this is about somebody doing the right thing, sharing the wealth, being generous. And this is about passion and interest and possibly new romance. And yeah, that would be fun for one time, but you're just not interested in that right now. Okay, Gemini, I get it. You just want to be single. Seriously, like, and especially if somebody was kind of on you all the time, like you were under their thumb, I don't blame you. You want options. You don't want to land on something. You want options. You want choice. You want that daydream. Because then it still gets to be your choice. And the reason why all of this, now it makes sense. Because you're still working through something. There's still something from the past that you're still working through. Whether it's a person that's come back around again, whether it's you reminiscing and being nostalgic and you don't have time for any of this business. It doesn't mean anything to you, meh. Or it's because you're still dealing with a connection to a soulmate. We got another 6 here. 2 sixes. I think 2 sixes is success. Hang on a second. Irritability. Well, that would fit, wouldn't it? Being a little cranky, not wanting that dalliance because I just don't want anything. It's not like, well, if I can't have it all, I don't want it. No, you just don't want anything. You don't want that connection. It's done, but you are reminiscing about it. And you'd rather do that in solace, in solitude. This could be a long-time commitment to somebody that has just recently ended, and that's why you're with this energy right here, and you're still sussing everything out. So this would speak to this. If nothing else, you got some choices to make or decisions to make, because you do have an offer here. Somebody's coming at you with the cup of love, but it's not secure, which is fine. You don't want the stability right now. You're not after that. You can do that for yourself. You don't need that from somebody else. But I think this might be somebody from your past or this breakup that is coming back with an offer, and you're really thinking it over. Because there is that past connection with that person. You're really considering it. But you don't want the stability that goes with it. Or the security. You don't want that. I think that was very stifling for you. So you might want to entertain the romantic side of it, but again, that's with this person that you already knew. So it's like, oh, there's emotional entanglement too. It's not just going to be like a Knight of Wands type of situation. So it's this passionate new start, and maybe they're coming back because they want to do the right thing. That would make sense, because now it makes sense why you don't want that. But you don't want the commitment. It really feels like across the board it would be stifling to you. So this offer is not what you want, because it comes with entanglement, and you don't want that. If this comes up again, progress, I'm going to throw it back, because that's come up quite a bit. Oh, It looked like it. Reawaken. I think that's what this Six of Cups is about too. It's about you reviewing and reminiscing and getting some, I don't know if you can see this, but she's by herself, and she's able to just kind of look out and survey and consider and contemplate, and there's that freedom to do so where time is kind of standing still and you can take all the time you need when you want it, where you want it, to think. And in order to reawaken, we need to be able to think about things and think things through and to feel things and all that sort of. If you've been squashed or stifled before and someone's just been on, God, you know, that's so I think this is about you taking solitude and solace to take a breather, get your feet back under you and clear your head, breathe again, come back to life from being squashed. Again, with the being captive and being squashed and being under somebody's thumb, this speaks to that. This is, okay, so are you the person letting these butterflies out of the cage? We got a little bit of Stockholm syndrome here. Like, are we staying put because that's all we know? It's better in here than outside. And I'm not being sarcastic about that. I'm just saying that sometimes people, you know, once they get that freedom, it's like, whoa, I want to go back inside. So are you the one setting them free? Or are you, in fact, the one that's in prison because we've got the bars behind you? I feel like this is about you being set free, but there's a bit of melancholy about it. You know, there's that, yeah, I wouldn't change this, but I am dealing with some emotional fallout, and there's times where I do feel like revisiting or like, gosh, even though I'm free, I still feel held captive. Even though I've got this way out and everything's fine, I still feel kind of just not settled about all that's happened. Okay? So don't beat yourself up. If you're beating yourself up, you need to stop that. Because this also speaks to that in the sense that fear is greater than what's really the real threat. Well, the same thing with reminiscing and looking back, reviewing the past. Those emotional memories have that emotional overlay. And as long as they're emotional memories, sometimes they're not reliable because of the emotion attached to them. Instead of looking at things objectively, we've still got that emotional overlay, and then, you know, who knows how reliable that is because we're all in our feelings. And so just take the time to reawaken and don't beat yourself up, okay? All right, Gemini, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful, and I thank you for stopping by very much, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.